Today I will explain about background Maqasid Syariah. Okay, first of all, Maqasid Syariah represent the fundamental goal and wisdom behind Islamic ideology. So, it shows that every Islamic law has its own purpose and benefit for humanity. Second, the main aim is to foster and safeguard human welfare as we know is maslahah. Right? Third, it also promotes important values such as justice, provision, and public interest. And then lastly, Maqasid Syariah ensure the Islamic law stay relevant and beneficial in today's modern world. Next, I will talk about overview of Faculty Quran and Sunnah Studies. So, firstly, FQS education focus on producing knowledge, skill, and ethical graduates. The faculty integrates traditional Islamic scholarship with modern academic discipline, creating a strong balance between Naqli and Aqli. It also encourages students to understand and apply the teach of the Quran and Sunnah in solving contemporary issues. The curriculum emphasizes classical knowledge, research, language, and technological skills, making students well prepared for future challenges. Overall, FQS promotes academic excellence, spiritual development, and community engagement in line with the values of Islam. Moving to the next slide, I will explain about vision and mission of FQS. Okay, the first one is vision. The vision of FQS is to become a leading center of excellence in Quran and Sunnah studies. Its aim to integrate both prevalent and accurate knowledge for the benefit of Ummah and global society. Meanwhile, there are three missions of Faculty Quran and Sunnah. The first mission is to provide quality education and training in Quran and Sunnah studies. It also focuses on promoting research and innovation that address contemporary issues faced by the Muslim community. And lastly, FQS strives to strengthen community engagement and uphold Islamic values in all aspects of life.
My name is Muamalat. So, I will continue for the slide 1.4, present about the research objective of our study. So, first, to identify the importance of integrating Quran and Sunnah knowledge with modern academic approach. Second, to examine how the teaching of the Quran and Sunnah can address modern societal challenge. And finally, to analyze the role of FQS in producing competent and ethical graduates who uphold Islamic values in various professions. These objectives are important because they show how Islamic knowledge can remain practical, relevant, and impactful in today's academic and social environment.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muamalat. Today, I would like to presenting about Maqasid Al-Syariah, which means the goals or purpose of Islamic law. Maqasid Al-Syariah focus on protecting human welfare and preventing harm. It is meant to create a balanced and just society by safeguarding important aspects of life. There are 5 main objectives in Maqasid Al-Syariah. The first one, we have religion. Second, life. Next, intellect, lineage, and property. These objectives are divided into 3 levels of necessity. The first one is daruriyat, hajat, and tahsiniyat. In short, Maqasid Al-Syariah provide a framework for shaping justice, harmony, and moral balance in society. Guys, Islamic finance including banking, market, and takaful to ensure justice, welfare, and ethical conduct. It also promotes fair distribution, transparency, and social stability in economic system. One good example is the halalan thayyiban concept, which encourage honesty, accountability, and sustainability in business practice. In Malaysia, Islamic Bank use al-maqasid al-syariah governance to make sure all financial activity follow ethical and religious principles. However, there are still challenges such as debt issue and misuse of financial products. These challenges show that we need stronger maqasid based practice. Overall, maqasid al-syariah provide a moral and strategic framework for ethical and sustainable finance in today's world. Alright, 2.3 is case study of maqasid al-syariah in educational institution. The final part of my presentation focus on a case study comparing secondary at the Indonesian and quiz Indonesian. Okay, this study use qualitative and descriptive approach to understand how both institutions apply maqasid al-syariah in education. It introduced the concept of interconnection masalah linking the maqasid and across the three levels. At the secondary, apply maqasid mainly at the hajiyat level, focusing on welfare and meeting human needs. Meanwhile, quiz measure show wider integration, connecting religion, intellect, education, and wealth in its curriculum and daily practice. Overall, both institutions demonstrate effort to align Islamic education with modern knowledge based on principle of maqasid al-syariah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Afifah Al-Hakim, and now I will present the methodology chapter of our study titled The Integration of Maqasid Syariah Principle within Faculty Education Syariah. The integration of Maqasid al-Syariah Principle within Faculty Education Quran and Sunnah. In this chapter, we are explaining how our research was designed, how we collect data, the scope and limitation of our study, and the results. To begin with, our study employed a qualitative case study design. The approach was chosen because it allows us to explore deeply how the principle of maqasid syariah are applied within FPKS, especially in areas like teaching, academic management, and study activities. Through this, we aim to identify best practice, challenges, and areas that could be improved in aligning the goals of FPKS with the objectives of maqasid syariah. So now we are going to the part 2, which is data collection methods. So for data collection method, we use semi-structured interview. We interview one hadith lecturer from Faculty of Quranic and Sunnah Studies. Each interview lasted about 15 to 20 minutes, recorded and transcribed for analysis. The question explored how maqasid principles are applied in teaching and learning. For example, what challenges are faced today? What might happen if these goals are ignored? And how FPKS nurtures both moral and intellectual goals. So, for the third part, we have scope and limitation. For the scope of our study focus on the hadith department in FPKS, looking at both teaching and administration. So we examine how maqasid al-syariah values such as ethics, student welfare and guidance are implemented in daily operations. However, There were limitations such as a small sample size and limited time for data collection, which may restrict the generalization of our findings. The interview was semi-structured, meaning we had prepared questions but also allowed participants to share more details of or give examples. This made the discussion more open and deeper. Overall, this interview protocol helped us collect relevant and meaningful information for our study. So, for the part 2, we have respondent selection. So, for the respondent selection, we choose people who have direct experience and knowledge about our topic. The respondent include one hadith lecturer. The lecturer has chosen because he had expertise in applying Maqasid al-Shariah in teaching, while the students were selected to share their learning experience. This means of participants a balance from both the teachers' perspective. Although the sample was small, it provided detailed insight into how Maqasid principles are really practiced in FPQS. So, we are going to the last part, which is part 3. The part 3 is an interview process. The interview process was done in a semi-structured way, which means the researcher followed the main question but could also ask follow-up questions for more explanation. Each interview took about 15 to 20 minutes and was held in a comfortable and respectful environment. Before starting, every participant was informed about the study purpose and gave their consent to take part. The interview were recorded and later transcribed, so the answer could be analyzed accurately. Throughout the session, the researcher made sure that participants felt relaxed and free to share their honest opinions. The interview revealed how FPQS applies Maqasid value, especially in teaching, ethics, and student guidelines. Overall, the process was done ethically, carefully, and smoothly, producing data that was both useful and authentic. In short, the interview protocol, the right choice of respondents, and a proper interview process helped us select rich and relevant information about how Maqasid al-Shariah is applied in FPQS.
Finding and analysis. The role of using FPQS Din, protection of religion. The Faculty of Quran and Sunnah Studies FPQS plays a vital role in preserving the strengthening Islamic faith among students and the community through its program centered on the Quran Hadith. FPQS nurtures spiritual understanding and commitments to Islamic principles. The faculty organizes religious seminars and spiritual development programs that promote the love for Islam and encourage students to practice their faith in daily life. This aligns directly with the objective of Din, which seeks to safeguard religion through knowledge, worship, and righteous action. Number 2, protection of intellect. FPQS contributes to the preservation of intellect by developing critical and analytical thinking skills among students. Courses such as usul fiqh, tafsir, and hadith studies train students to think rationally while maintaining harmony between revelation and reason. This helps protect the intellect from ignorance, extremism, and misinformation. Academic forums and research culture within the faculty encourage intellectual discussion based on the Quran wisdom, ensuring that students use their knowledge responsibly for the benefit of society. Number 3. Community and research contribution. Beyond academic learning, FPQS embodies the spirit of Maqasid al-Shari'ah through the community engagement and impactful research. The faculty collaborates with external organizations to conduct Quranic-based community programs such as Quran literacy and workshop. Analysis of Maqasid al-Shari'ah. Implementation at FPQS. The implementation of Maqasid al-Shari'ah at the Faculty of Quran and Sunnah Studies FPQS demonstrates a strong alignment with the university's mission to integrate Naqli and Aqli. The faculty's progress and initiatives reflect the essence of Maqasid al-Shari'ah, especially in the preservative of religion and intellect. From the analysis, FPQS has successfully created an academic environment that upholds Islamic values through teaching, research, and community engagement. The curriculum emphasizes Quranic and Sunnah-based understanding, which cultivates students with spiritual strength, intellectual sharpness, and ethical behavior. This shows that the faculty does not only focus on theoretical aspects but also on the practical application of Islamic principles in real-life context. 4.3. Successes and challenges in implementing Maqasid al-Shari'ah at FPQS. Successes. The faculty has successfully integrated Naqli and Aqli knowledge across its curriculum, ensuring that students develop both spiritual and intellectual excellence. Courses such as tafsir, hadith studies, and usul fiqh are designed to cultivate critical thinking while remaining grounded in Quranic teachings, reflecting the protection of intellect. FPQS has been active in community engagement programs, including Quranic literacy workshop, Da'wah initiative, and research on contemporary issues. These activities fulfill the objective of Hifzuddin by spreading Islamic awareness and promoting moral values in society. Challenges. One major challenge is the limited integration between FPQS and other faculties within USIM, which sometimes restrict interdisciplinary collaboration. This makes it difficult to apply Maqasid Shari'ah principles holistically across different fields such as science, business, and technology. Another challenge lies in resource limitations such as funding and manpower, which can affect the continuity of research and community programs. Additionally, some students may struggle to apply theoretical knowledge of Maqasid Shari'ah in practical, real-world context.
My name is Muamalat. So as a conclusion, I will present about the summary of findings for our study about how FPQS applies Maqasid al-Shari'ah. So firstly, the Faculty of Quran and Sunnah Studies applies Maqasid al-Shari'ah in three main areas: teaching, management, and community activities. This means that Islamic values are not only taught in class but also practiced in how the faculty is managed and how it is served in the community. So next, FPQS focus on 5 main goals of Maqasid al-Shari'ah: religion, intellect, language, wealth, and identity. So however, the study found one main issue: FPQS needs a clearer plan and stronger implementation to make sure the Maqasid al-Shari'ah approach can be applied more effectively in all areas. So that's all for the summary of findings. So we go to the last slide, is recommendation and reflection. So on the recommendation, there are 4 main recommendations. First, develop the Maqasid al-Shari'ah guideline. Second, provide training and workshop for staff. Third, promote teamwork and relate research. And lastly, strengthen management support to ensure effective implementation. So for the last one is reflection. In reflection, PQS helps check balance individuals with strong faith and knowledge and applying maqasid syariah with a positive impact to both people and the institution. That's all from us.